When it comes to raising poultry birds, especially broilers, when it comes to administering medication to your birds, being it broilers or layers, you only have two options. Either you administer organic medication or administer synthetic medication. Which is more effective and profitable for broiler production, if you may ask? In this video, I'll be comparing organic medication with synthetic medications. I will also show you the best route to take for maximum weight gain and maximum profit. Welcome to Farmbiz with Markay. In this channel, we show you how to maximize profit in farming through creativity. Now, when raising your poultry birds, there are certain diseases you need to prevent right from day one so that there won't be disease outbreak in your pen. Now, one of those diseases is coccidiosis, Newcastle disease, Gumboro disease, and a whole lot of other diseases depending on how long your birds are to stay in your pen before disposing them. Now, when it comes to raising your birds, you either will go for synthetic medication or organic medication. But if you are a beginner, your best choice is synthetic medication. That is, just go to any vet shop where they sell feed, get your medication, apply to administer to your birds, and move on. Because organic medication is a bit stressful or technical sort of, especially if you don't get the precise dosage for each of those organic plants to administer to your birds. Now, which is actually the best to take? Is it the organic medication or the synthetic medication? Now, before you choose any route to take, being it organic medication or synthetic, you need to understand one thing. Synthetic medication is best for treatment. That is, you have some outbreak, you want to treat it, synthetic will give you the best result. Why organic medication is best for prevention? That is why when you are administering organic medication, you start from day one, not when you observe when you observe some sign of diseases. That's when you now, okay, let me quickly mix bitter leaf with scent leaf, let me quickly give ginger. No. If it is organic route you want to take, you need to start it from day one, administering the necessary medication and dosage to them right from day one. Now, if it is the synthetic medication, you also need to start from day one, administering multivitamins, antibiotics, and the likes. Assuming you are to go the synthetic route, there are a few medications you need to administer. It doesn't give you a whole lot of stress like the organic medication, but you need to understand one thing also. Organic medication is best for if you are raising few birds. This I'm speaking from experience because the last batch of birds that I raised, I used organic medication to raise them from beginning to the disposal. So you can find the video playlist up here, how to raise broilers using only organic medication. So you have a whole lot of video there from day one till we dispose them till about week 50 to about day 56. Everything you have it in there. The necessary medication we administer on each day, anti-CROD, antiviral medication, Christmas melon extract, you all have all of them in there. We didn't make use of any vaccine. We didn't make use of any synthetic medication till we disposed them, and the output was very, very impressive. That's for organic medication. Synthetic medication, you just need to get the medication administered to your birds and move on. Very simple, stress-free. Now, for the organic medication, having gotten the herbs, the spices you want to administer to them is labor intensive. You need to blend them, you need to filter them, you need to do this, add this and that before you finally get what you are going to administer to your birds. The last time I used organic medication to raise my birds, they were about 200 birds. Before I was able to get bitter leaf extracts that was able to take me for 5 days. That is bitter leaf is one of the leaf or the herbs that you use to prevent coccidiosis. Now, before I was able to get the extract that could serve me for that 5 days for 200 birds, it was hectic. Pounding bitter leaf every time, extracting the juice and all of that. It was really, really hectic. Imagine raising about 1,000 birds. Do you think it will be feasible using organic medication to raise about 1,000 birds? I don't need you to provide an answer yet because I'm still going to give you some points that before you finally judge. Now, if it were synthetic medication, I already have about 100 ml of medication. That is this center dicos. then that says, okay, I should only give about 2 ml for about 15 liters of water. And with that, I'm able to raise 200 birds. I still have about half of that medication left. So imagine the volume of that organic medication, bitter leaf extract, as an example, that I will administer to my birds for 5 days. Now that aside, the Christmas melon extract, you imagine the volume of that Christmas extract that I'm going to administer for the is it 3 or 4 consecutive days I'm going to administer the extract to them. Do you know how much of Christmas melon that I'm going to gather, ferment them, and all of that? Now, for some of those medication, like the Christmas melon, that is organic medication, it's not something you just get, blend, and give to them. No. For that Christmas melon, which takes care of viral diseases like the Newcastle and Gumboro disease, you need to ferment it for like 5-6 days until the whole thing is fermented properly before you extract the water and give to them. So you must adhere to those consecutive days you need to administer it to them for it to be very effective. Unlike the synthetic, where you have to just get vaccinate your birds, get a very good one, vaccinate your birds against Newcastle disease, against Gumboro disease, and you'll be good to go. But for this other one, you need to first of all ferment it, or there are other options too, getting ginger, garlic, turmeric, cayenne pepper, and all of that. Then form your own antiviral mixture. We also have the video up here. Then administer to your birds. Now, does it mean because organic medication is stressful, it takes time to produce it and all of that, I shouldn't administer it to my birds? No. It depends on what is available at your disposal. Another thing I also want to point out here, you might think, okay, the cost of these herbs, the cost of these spices, they are very cheap. It all depends on where you live. Like where I live, when I decided to give organic medication a trial, I decided to visit a popular market in my town, to get all those moringa, aloe vera, turmeric, ginger, garlic. I discovered that garlic is very, very expensive in this area. Garlic and ginger. When they gave me garlic of about 1,000 naira, it wasn't even enough for me to administer to my birds for 1 day. So when they gave me the powdered one, that one was even more expensive. So when I discovered, because I'm a kind of person, before I go into something, I sit down, calculate, okay, how much will I spend on this? How much will I spend on this? Find out before going into it. So I somehow failed to do that before the organic medication. So I went to the market, bought all those stuff severally, then getting honey. Now you imagine the amount of few mil of original honey that you will use to administer drug medication to this your birds organically. Imagine the amount. Now comparing it with how much you will buy synthetic multivitamins, synthetic antibiotics, synthetic anticoccidiosis medication, and all of that. Comparing the price, to me, based on where I live, is a bit more than that of synthetic cost wise. But were they effective while applying this organic medication and all of that? Very, very effective. Remember I said we start from day one administering this organic medication. If you want it to be effective, start it from day one. I have a video here showing you organic medication chart and the explanation why we give what we give. I have the video up here that can show you what to do on each day in case you want to go with the organic route. Whichever route you choose, they will do a whole lot of good to your birds. All you need to do, if you are going the organic route, ensure you start early, start from day one, administering those medication to your birds. Now, if you want to go the synthetic route, it's still very, very okay, because as a beginner, that's where I will advise you to start from. So it's very, very easy. All you need to do, also start early. Follow your medication and vaccination chart religiously. Follow them well. I also have a video up here how you can create an effective synthetic medication chart that works. I have it in here. So we explain why we also explain why we give what we give on each day. This was what we got from the last batch we raised. From that video, I decided to create this video up here, how create this medication chart up here that will be so helpful for any farmer that wants to use it. Now, cost wise, organic medication is, to me, is more expensive than that of synthetic medication. Though this depends on the synthetic you make use of. Because as a beginner, I wouldn't advise you to go for expensive medication. Because I've also learned from experience, expensive synthetic medication does not mean a very good result in most cases. Because like this Tylodors you've heard around, if you've been raising poultry bears for some time, especially broilers, Tylodors won't sound new to you. Now, it's one of the expensive medication we use as anti-CROD, that is anti-crude respiratory diseases, to treat cough and all of that. Is very, very effective. But I've also found another cheaper alternative medication, synthetic medication, that works very well as well. Because this medication also contains some level of Tylodors and some other medication included in this medication, and it's it's what I've been using, and it's very, very effective. I don't have anything to hide. The name of that medication is Cough Stop, and it's been doing wonders. Now, imagine the cost of Tylodors as at the time of making this video, about 9,000 in my area, if I'm not mistaken. Now, compared to the cost of this Cough Stop, that's about 1,500. Again, I'm not trying to promote any brand of medication here. I'm saying this based on what I have used and what has worked for me. Now, another thing you also need to consider before choosing this route. Do you have the time to, because if you watch my video on organic medication for broilers, for raising broilers, you see the whole work involved. Do you have the time to to go get those herbs, spice and all of that, come and prepare them, blend them and all of that, store them? Do you have the storage facility that you use? Because you need to store some of them. Do you have the storage facility? Unlike the synthetic that doesn't require any form of storage, all you need to do is to keep it in a cool, dry place, that's all. But there are some of this organic medication, you may need to put it in the refrigerator to refrigerate them so that they don't get spoiled. Do you have that facility? Do you have the time to sit down, blend all these ingredients together to prepare your own medication? This is very important. Another thing you also need to take note of, based on what I have observed using organic medication to raise my bears, at times, if you don't use this sieve cloth to filter your organic medication properly, they will block your nipple pin. That is why the daily routine is very important. While raising your broiler, you need to tap on this nipple as often as possible to ensure that there is water coming out from those nipple pin. Most times they will block the nipple pin. Most times they will block the hose taking water to the bear drinkers. I have observed this. So that requires frequent flushing of those lines to ensure that they don't block the nipple line, because once they are blocked, your bears will not have access to continuous flow of water, and it will affect your production. So you need to consider this before choosing the route you want to go. In all, based on the output I have gotten while using organic medication and synthetic medication, which gave me the best result. Now, I can tell you, the last batch I raised using organic medication was Cobb 500 from Zatec Hatchery. Again, I'm not promoting any hatchery here. The output was a little impressive than that of the same Cobb 500 from Zatec Hatchery I raised using synthetic medication. The weight was a little better than that of synthetic. If organic medication is best for you, go the organic route. If synthetic is best for you, go the synthetic route. Again, it depends on where you live. Some of these spices and ingredients like the turmeric, ginger, garlic, lemon and all of that, they might be very, very cheap in your area, or they might be freely available in your area. But if that's the case, you can go the organic route. But if that's not the case, you can go the synthetic route. Thank you so very much. Just a quick one. What we do in this channel, we don't only show you how to maximize profit in farming through creativity. We also respond to your question, to your comment that you ask with a video. By the time we discover that responding to your question by text will not really give a clearer understanding to the answer, we make a video with such questions so that you that ask the question will have a better understanding of the answer. So that's what we do at Farmbiz with Markay. Thank you so very much. If you find this video helpful, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification icon like, comment and share, as this will do a whole lot for us in helping us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much.